we've obviously been talking about Varane and who's the better deal, Goffey. If Ben White is joining Arsenal for 50 million, Varane potentially, well, it looks like it's done, 42 million plus add-ons, big contract offering though. So, I mean, who in your mind, if you're looking at the argument, I guess, is Ben White is the young lad coming from Brighton. He's English, up and coming, going to be a great talent, got loads to offer. So he's going to maybe potentially be at Arsenal for a longer period. Varane, Manchester United are getting him a little bit later in his career. So, I mean, is there any argument in terms of a better deal?
I don't think so. I think it's two clubs at totally different stages of what they can afford. I think it's a good signing for Arsenal. Ben White, I think he's a fantastic player. As I said earlier, 3 years left on his contract. That's going to drive up the price. Brighton don't have to sell. Arsenal really want him. Potential still there. Resale value. Good signing for Arsenal. Now, Manchester United, they're looking for an established centre-half. They're going for an absolutely stellar player who's out of contract in a year's time. So they get him at an unbelievable price. So I think both teams have got as good as they can get at this moment in time.
Do you really believe now, though, that Arsenal are fishing in a different pool? Because you got
the wages, they can't afford 300 grand,
mate. They can, because they got Aubameyang on 300 grand a week.
That's the problem.
Lacazette. But Ozil was on big wages.
He'll be out.
You can't say Arsenal don't pay the big wages because they have done.
They're totally different. They're in a different league now.
You think they're miles off Manchester United now?
Well, I think miles off. You look at the players they're looking to sign, the young players they've got. I'm not saying they haven't got some good players. They've got some fantastic young players. Smith Rowe was excellent. Saka, absolutely brilliant. Aubameyang, he got a lot of stick last year. But you won't mind him playing centre-forward for your club. He's a fantastic centre-forward, right? So they've got some good players. But they're shopping in a totally different market. They're going for a player that's got huge potential. He's sure he's got a talent, but he's got 3 years left on his contract, so he's going to cost money because of that added value of him being English. Same as Maguire when he went from Leicester to Manchester United. Look at all the debate around that. Now, it's turned out to be brilliant for Manchester United and worth every penny so far. And I think he will be good value for Arsenal.
Okay, all right, let's get Greg, the Arsenal fan. Greg, good evening. You're live on talkSPORT. What do you make of the comparisons, White versus Varane?
Afternoon, guys. Well, obviously there is no comparison. Like Varane, he's been there and he's done it all. But I think for the stage that Arsenal are at right now, clearly we've been burnt by the signing old players on big money. When you look at Cech, David Luiz, more recently Willian. So it's now time for us to invest in youth and give them a chance, and when they prove it, give them the big contracts that they deserve, like Smith Rowe and Saka.
But Greg, can I say this? Do you feel like Arsenal are a bit of a mess at the minute, though? They're paying £50 million for probably Brighton's second best centre-half, because I think Lewis Dunk is their best centre-half. So they're paying 50 million quid for him, and now they're also looking at signing Ramsdale for 30 million or 25 million when you let go Martinez for 20 million. I mean, who's running that football club? What is going on there?
Well, I think that's exactly what it is. I think he's trying to sort this mess out. Obviously, Martinez, they made the decision last year. Leno, they saw him as the number one, and they granted Martinez's wish. In hindsight, I think most Arsenal fans would agree it's probably the wrong decision. Ramsdale for 30 million, no, I wouldn't take him personally. I think there's better goalkeepers out there who can get better money. But in sort of the Arsenal terms, we have to sort of now start to trust the process. And get behind the young players that are going to start to prove it.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for your call. We got Freddie, a Man United fan. I want to get you on quickly. Comparisons. Is there any sort of comparison between Varane and White? Is there an argument here or not?
Guys, I don't even know why we're having this conversation. I mean, to compare and contrast a serial Champions League winner, arguably the most accomplished player to ever join the Premier League, up against a player that's largely unproven and hasn't even ever played in the Champions League before. There's just no comparison to be made, guys. I think it's quite ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, look, how great of a signing is this for Manchester United now? Does this put you amongst Man City? Are you challengers for the Premier League next season?
Mate, let me tell you something, Jamie. This is a statement signing This is a statement signing. This is going to let the rest of the Premier League know that we're back in business. And let me tell you something as well. With that back line of Maguire, Varane, Bissaka and Luke Shaw, you tell me another Premier League back line as good as that.
Wow.
Well, we
Man
might have
City's-
that debate later, but Man City is pretty good. But you listen, you're right. I think Manchester United getting Varane, I mean, it is. If you could sign one centre-half around the world now, I mean, it would be him. So
Yes.
for Manchester United, it's falling into it. Arsenal can't attract Varane. They can't pay him 300 grand. He won't go there, full stop. It goes to Manchester United. Everything about the club is one of the biggest clubs in the world. And they can afford his wages, no problem. And they're getting a great bargain at 45 million. But Arsenal, where they're shopping at the moment, I think they're also getting a good deal and getting a very good young player with potential for resale value. That's where Arsenal are at.
Yeah.
It's sad, but that's where they're at, mate.
Brighton's second best centre half for 50 million quid. Is that where Arsenal are shopping now?
Well, Tottenham are in the same league, aren't they? If they got Ben White, you'd be happy, wouldn't you?
That's a good
Because
question.
that's where you're looking at.
It's a good
That's what
question.
you're looking at.
Maybe. All right. Well, let's get some calls on that. 08717 22 3344. This is Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. They settle any outstanding finance, so you don't have to.